Welcome to the Heart of Giving, a new program by the Public Access Station for our city. My name is Beverly O'Neill, and I am so excited to be here. We're going to be talking about the nonprofits, and it's going to be informative, useful, positive, and not crabby. This program is going to be something that will inform you about an unknown almost area of our city that may be the strongest because it's the heart of our city. It is the heart and the soul that we have. It's working with people that are giving of themselves. And this is with the nonprofits of the city of Long Beach. You know, people understand what there is in the city. They understand government, they understand business, they understand safety, they understand education. But when you say, what do the nonprofits do? Not easy to say, not easy to find. Well, in the city of Long Beach, we have hundreds of nonprofits, maybe thousands, I don't know. And Judy Ross is the director of the nonprofit partnership that we have, which is a group that brings the nonprofits together. And I'm so pleased that she's here. She's been the director for 13 years, and she's been active in the city of Long Beach for 30 years in nonprofits, even though she doesn't look like that she would be there that long. So Judy, I'm so pleased that you're here. This is our first program, and we're talking about something that's dear to your heart and really dear to my heart. So
and I am so pleased to see this day finally come to fruition.
We've
been talking about this for so long,
and
it's really happening.
I know.
And I couldn't be more proud, and I'm so thrilled to have you be
thank
heading
you.
this up and talking with our wonderful, wonderful, vibrant nonprofit community.
Absolutely, absolutely. I've had a chance to speak to some of them, and they're just full of fervor for what they do.
And they do such great work and such important work for our community.
So what is a nonprofit?
Well, a nonprofit is actually a term that was given by the federal government, the IRS, that we're all familiar with. And it is really a tax determination that it is a tax-exempt organization. Many people refer to it as a 501c3 or a public benefit organization, and that really designates the kind of work that you do. You're contributing to your community, and you are giving for the public good.
Well, when you say this is a partnership, do they get together, or what do you do and what does the partnership do?
Well, the Long Beach Nonprofit Partnership is really a hub for nonprofits, and what we're about is helping nonprofits become strong and sustainable. So we have so many programs and so many opportunities for nonprofits to join us at our offices, or sometimes we go to their offices. We do ongoing workshops on various aspects of nonprofit management. We have opportunities for them to come together for peer learning and peer support for various and specific kinds of work that they do, such as executive directors coming together and volunteer managers coming together, folks that do fund development in nonprofit organizations.
At the very beginning, and I probably shouldn't ask you this, but at the very beginning, did they hesitate about joining with a partnership, thinking that they're all competing for recognition?
Well, you know, the resources are scarce, there's no doubt about it, but what we've really tried to promote is collaboration. And every time we get folks together in the room, for whether it's a workshop or it's one of our monthly networking breakfasts, or whether it's our executive directors roundtable, it seems that everyone in the room finds somebody that is doing a program that maybe they can work with. And that's so gratifying to us as the Long Beach Nonprofit Partnership to see that happening, and that's one of our goals.
Well, I've been to your office several times, and I've always been impressed by the fact that there are, I don't know, are there seminars or meetings that you have that talk about the things they have in common, like they all want grants, they all want media attention, they all want more volunteers, and so you have had, and how to organize your office, and you have had this group or this information brought to them through the partnership.
We probably offer about 100 different opportunities for nonprofit professionals and volunteers to come together and to learn. And that's really what we're about. We're looking for nonprofits to be strong and sustainable.
And like, how many nonprofits are there, and the different categories?
Well, I always start with LA County, which is so huge, as we all know. There are 32,000 nonprofits in LA County. Then we come down and to the city of Long Beach has probably 1,500 nonprofits. And there's lots of different categories of nonprofits, so sometimes that's a little confusing, but the IRS has it very, very much delineated. And usually when we talk about nonprofits, they're the 501c3 public benefit organizations.
And I understand that. But in the community, are you talking about churches, or what are you talking about?
Well, nonprofits touch so many areas. There's a number of nonprofits that are human services, that address human services. There's the arts, there's animals, there's youth development programs, there's food banks, and so it really touches so many aspects of our community. I always say that nonprofits touch every single person in our community, whether they are a recipient of services of nonprofits, whether they work for a nonprofit, and 1 in 17 individuals in Long Beach work for a nonprofit, whether they are on a board of a nonprofit, or possibly volunteer, and donors. Absolutely.
So we're really talking about thousands and thousands and thousands of people as a core that are in some way working with a nonprofit.
Yes. And like you said, it really is the heart and soul of our community.
It brings people together.
It does.
It does.
And I just want to also mention how important volunteerism is within the nonprofit sector. That is one way that nonprofits are distinguished from other aspects of our community, such as corporations and government. We use volunteers, as most people know, and we are involved in helping promote that volunteerism. And volunteers do a fabulous job.
Well, you know, some people give their time, which is the most important thing you have. You know, others give their interest or attendance at something, and then you have those that are donors. So the number of people nonprofits affects in the city is just incredible. But the question, the time goes so fast. One of the things I want to ask you is that you did an economic study several years ago.
Yes.
And nonprofits give of themselves, but you don't realize what the impact is of the nonprofits in the city, not because they're all wealthy companies. So tell me about that.
Yeah, well, we did an economic impact report of nonprofits in our Long Beach community. And it was so eye-opening for so many people, particularly those outside of the nonprofit sector.
Oh, absolutely.
And that was our point.
And what did you find out?
We found out that 1 in 17 individuals, workers in Long Beach, work in nonprofits. We found out that there are more than half of the workers that are in the nonprofit sector live in Long Beach. So there was such a tremendous multiplier effect that we found out about through this study. And that was 5 years ago. We're ready to do another one. So we're looking to do our second economic impact report. We feel it's important to keep those kinds of numbers in the front of folks so they know how important these nonprofits are not only doing all the great social services that nonprofits do accomplish, but also what it does for our economy.
Absolutely. Well, no, you know, and in addition to what it does for our economy, it gives people a purpose. When you're involved in something where you give of yourself or even donate, you are being involved in helping the people in your community. And in the community, there are so many things that nonprofits address. They address children, they address abuse, they address
the arts,
they address mental things and physical things.
And our two wonderful hospitals in Long Beach are nonprofit hospitals.
Yeah, well, there's so many things
Yes.
that belong to what they call nonprofit. And I hope in this program that we have that people will become more aware of the things that are so important, of helping each other, bringing the community together in a positive way that can't happen any other way.
Well, and I'm so thrilled that you are taking this on.
Well, I love it, so.
It's a great opportunity to really lift the whole nonprofit community and let the public know what great contributions are being made.
Thank you.
Within
Thank
the
you, Judy. Well, I'm
nonprofits.
glad you're in charge of the nonprofit partnership. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you. It's my pleasure.
And please stay with us.